Hey, what's up, everybody? Zach here with Tennina, and we're here in the wonderful jacuzzi, and I'm not even sure the name of the resort that we're at.
Orlando, Florida.
But we're in Orlando, Florida. And, it's just awesome how God works. I was just up there in my room that I got for the evening, and, I just felt that, that inspiration to come out and hang out in the jacuzzi. And Tennina's here, and we just got to talking, and she was sharing a little bit with me about some revelations that she's had recently since she's been here about religion and spirituality and just finding life's purpose. So, not to give her story away, but Tennina, first of all, where are you coming from to be here?
I'm coming from Hagerstown, Maryland, and my sister provided a trip for me, which it was my first time flying in, and it was very scary but very adventurous, and I loved it. So when I got here, I sat on my balcony last night, and I was just looking at the view and understanding how beautiful life really is, and it made me realize how much I really love me. And it also gave me a sense of purpose of understanding the between of Christian and spiritual. And when I realized that I realized that I'm more spiritual than Christian, because Christian can be so critical and judgmental than understanding spiritual. Spiritual is all about loving somebody and helping somebody and guiding them and finding my purpose. And I realized in life that my purpose is helping somebody else.
Beautiful. So really embodying that spirit of Christ, what Jesus actually came here to teach people, that to embody that spirit of creator, of the oneness that we all have the ability to connect to, which becomes satisfied and really inspired by helping others.
Yeah.
So that's really awesome.
And also I realized as being here, I have took a lot of roads, of rocky roads. My life was a really rocky road. I have experienced drugs and alcohol where I have been down to my lowest. And then I found God, who actually helped me find the purpose of my true beings of being here, and that's helping others. So I made a conscious decision to give my life not to the Christian world, but to the spiritual world of the God that I understand.
Yes, beautiful.
That makes a difference.
Yeah, I relate to that so much. As I was telling you just a moment ago, it was 10 years ago. We're actually we're either in Orlando or Kissimmee. Are we in Orlando?
Florida. Yes,
all right, cool.
we are.
So I grew up in Kissimmee, very close by, and this is my old stomping grounds, and this is where I got super intoxicated all the time, was just always doing drugs, not really doing anything good. And then October 3rd of 2011 is whenever God just sort of smacked me in the face and said, hey, wake up, I have something so much more for you. And that's whenever I started upon this journey. And something that Tennina and I were talking about was how I found my true purpose. And I'd love to share a little bit about that, and I'd also love to share or hear a little bit about from you, like what was it that brought, when exactly was it that you felt that you got that realization that you were here for something much more? And what brought you there? You said you're on that sort of downward spiral as well and everything, but was there any particular instant?
Mine was being a mother of 8 kids and knowing that they didn't ask to be here, and the life that I was leading was the life that I didn't want for my kids, and I had to make a serious conscious decision of what was more important. Was it the life of streets, or was it the life of my kids? And of course, if any mother like me that loved their kids, I had to say it was my kids. So I began to consciously cry out to God and ask Him for a change, because I knew that I couldn't do it by me. I knew that it had to be something bigger and greater than myself. a power greater than me that can change me. And as much as we want to change, we cannot change without his will and his consent. And I constantly ask him for guidance and change and prayer, and that's when my change became December 2018. My life got better, and my life became more of my purpose of knowing and being a foster mother. Like I said, I'm a mother of 8, a grandmother of 14, and I'm also a foster mother. I love helping kids, and that's what I do.
Man, that's so amazing. That's so powerful. A mother of 8, a grandmother of 4, and look at her. She doesn't look over 30,
53 years old,
53.
y'all.
Oh my goodness gracious. So like all that experience, and that's so beautiful that, God really spoke to you 2 years ago and was like, hey, it's like time to like really step into your purpose. And Tennina also shared with me, and I love it. I shared this on my Facebook page that recently about how I love all the women that are coming into my life that are here to help to empower other women. And what Tennina shared was she feels that a part of her purpose is to help to empower and inspire, young women.
Yeah, exactly. Because growing up in society and being where I've been, people don't understand life. They question God, they question their purpose, but you don't understand. He allows you to go through something so you can be a blessing to somebody else. And that's what I understood about my life, because there's other young women that's going to go through what I went through, and I can be able to help and guide them through. So that's what I understand about my life.
Yes,
my
ma'am.
purpose.
Totally. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I fully relate to that. And I've actually been doing some courses recently, and something that I feel inspired to help people with is to get their story out there, because we all have a story. We all have, something that we can help, like you said, the people that are in maybe that sort of area or that space that we were, whenever, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago, 6 months ago. We're all ahead of, there's generally always somebody that is, in a space that could benefit from the things that we've learned, from also going through that as well. And, like a big part of my inspiration is also to help younger people and to get people, to really feel empowered. Whenever I was younger, I didn't have many role models in life. I grew up without a father, and just was doing whatever I thought
that would get me through. And also,
Exactly.
I wanted to say this too, Zach. One of the things I understand is about our lives, right? When we go through a crisis of being molested or whatever the case may be, and that's my story, right? And this is why I understand. Because one man done it to you, it doesn't mean all men do it. They say all men put their pants on the same way, but all men are not the same. So when you hinder yourself and judge one man for the mistake that the man done, you create problems for yourself. And I understood how to separate as a young child, or who did what and who did it and when they done, so I won't miss my blessing and stop the love that God has for me. Because women, being a woman, we get so caught up at being abused that we charge all men for the one mistake that one man made, and we hinder the blessings that God has for us. So I'm here to understand, to let women know, you have to separate. Don't look at all men as being the same man, because they're not.
That's beautiful. Oh man, that's so powerful. That's so true.
It's so true.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so true.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're
And that's
so welcome.
that's something that I've had to work on as well.
Yes.
like I tend to surround myself with women.
And because one woman hurt you, you blame all women, and that's not the case.
Yeah, but also just from like men, just experiences with men in my life as well. Just like in category, putting them all in the same category. And
just because that man this way, so you.
No, I'm not gay.
Okay.
No.
Look, you hear me say that? No.
No, no, no.
Okay, but
No,
yeah.
but I surround myself with women, which has also got me in trouble in the past because, you know, like I'm a man.
Right. Yeah.
And we cross all that, and then that gets all jumbled.
Right,
But
exactly. And you get mixed up with these broken women.
exactly.
We're broken because of the past.
Yeah.
And see, one of the things I learned, dysfunctional is a behavior pattern that you learn, but it also can be broken when you learn the pattern.
Exactly. Yep. We can all break those patterns.
We can all break them patterns, and I'm one of the ones that are very good at changing my negative to positive, and I've been like that as a little girl. I'm very positive on every level of life.
Nice. That's beautiful, and that's so important as well. You know, because not everybody realizes as well that our thoughts and our words and our frequency, you know, our attitude is what's really going to create our experiences. You know, so if we stay in that negative outlook upon life, then we're going to attract a more negative situation.
You have to. The mind is the source to all your creativity. The mind is and it's the beginning. You can create negative and you can create positive. And one of the things I learned, the mind cripples your soul. It cripples your body. So you gotta stay away from all negativity. If you're a negative person, you do not want to be around negativity. If you're positive, you got. And I'm a very positive person, so I don't do negative at all. When negative come my way, I shut it down instantly.
Right?
Instantly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's so important, and that's brings it to, you know, that subject of like really surrounding ourselves. You know, whenever I was on that path of just doing drugs and getting drunk all the time, getting arrested in and out of just like all this stuff, you know, like I was surrounded by people on that frequency as well, people that weren't really lifting me up, people that were
pulling me down more. Already, while I'm already down, they're kicking me more.
Exactly.
You know, one of the things I learned too about being like, if you want to be rich, you gotta hang with the rich.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a negative person, you hang with it. Reality connects with your being. You hang with who you are, you connect what you connect. If you're around a whole bunch of negativity, it's a spirit that goes around the universe. If you're hanging with a bunch of negativity, you're going to become negativity. If you're around a bunch of positive people, your positivity uplifts.
Exactly. So always like, you know, something that I like to do is like my core group. And they used to say this to me whenever I had to go to treatment and stuff often was, you know, like it's important to surround yourself with like that, with the best people, that you are the top 5 people that you hang out with the most. So, you know, like what I like to do these days is try to be the bottom on those top 5. So I'm like always, you know, striving to reach up and continue to grow.
It's very important. It's very important.
Yeah.
It is definitely very important of the crowd that you keep in your community. And I'm a solo person. I love people. I like people, but I eliminate the drama. I'm a non-tolerant, and y'all hear me? Non-tolerance for drama. I don't do drama. I don't entertainment, no form or fashion.
Nice.
Period.
Yeah. Totally.
Period.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's and it can be such a hard thing, you know, for me personally. You know, I actually just drove down here to Florida from North Carolina, and I just got, you know, while I was up there, I left. You know, I was just feeling I needed to leave because I just saw all this underlying sort of drama that was out there, and that was bringing up very negative feelings
that would convert you back to your old behavior.
Yep, exactly.
Negative drama would convert you back to your old behavior, and it will.
Yeah.
You know, I learned how to eliminate life and strife. You know, you have to know how to entertain you. You have to know what you want in life, because life comes with a lot of difficulties. And life comes with, you have to learn how to pick your battles. And once you find out who you are, whose you are, life become more easier. Because life gonna come with it. Life gonna come with its difficulties. Life gonna come with ups and downs. But you gotta know that that too shall pass. Not in your time, not in my time, but his time.
Oh yeah.
Wave the wave, ride the wave. Sit patiently, constantly, and know that you're not in control. When you understand that you're not in control, you get a better hand and better perspective of life.
Oh yeah.
Personally experience, not what nobody told me, but what I went through. I'm talking about experience, people.
Right? Totally. Completely surrendering, completely surrendering to the will of God. To, personally for me, it's God, it's Christ. That's who I have devoted my life to. And, but I don't judge anybody or tell anybody what they need to devote their lives to. Whatever one's name is for that source, higher power, God, whatever that is, universe, whatever works for that person, and that's awesome. But yeah, just surrendering to that source, that Christ consciousness within, is what I've personally have found has really changed my life. So like really, having a good routine, having a good connection, which consists of prayer, meditation,
and
just having that.
Understand it too. One day at a time. Don't look for tomorrow. Embrace today, because tomorrow is not promised to you, and yesterday is gone. You only have one day. That's it. And when you learn how to live in that day, and I'm talking about me, myself, because I know I wanted things to happen so fast that I end up forfeiting my whole life, and I had to restart over and understand that nothing happens in your time. Everything is one day at a time. Learn how to live in the moment and understand what you can do for the day, do it. And that's another thing I need to say. Whatever you can change, change. Whatever you can't change, it ain't for you to change. It's for God. Leave it and give it and go on about your life.
Yeah, the serenity prayer,
Got me through.
Yeah.
Got me through.
Yeah,
I love the serenity prayer. I love the serenity prayer.
Yeah, that was one of the first prayers I learned personally. I grew up without religion or anything like that, and whenever I decided to change my life, I started to do that and learn the serenity prayer.
Well, let me tell you how I felt about the serenity prayer. I grew up with a mom, right? I'm the only girl. And I grew up with 5 boys and the baby girl.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why me and my mom constantly stayed at each other. But as I got older, I understood that she wanted my dad, and my dad wasn't leaving his wife for her. So she took a lot of things out of me. So no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough for her. So I had to learn the serenity prayer only through the fact that it says in the Bible, thou shalt honor your mother and father no matter what. So when I learned how to do the serenity prayer, I learned how to live the will of the God, because I didn't want to disrespect her, but I wasn't going to let her disrespect me neither. So I would just go in and I'll say the serenity prayer. When she get there, where she at, I'll leave, because it kept me where I needed to be for my own self.
Yeah.
And it's about self at the end of the day.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So it's been such a blessing to have all that, to have all those revelations, to have you share everything that you've shared as well. And is there, for anybody that feels inspired to continue to learn and to keep in contact with you, do you have any sort of way? Do you have like a Instagram or Facebook or anything like that?
I do. My Facebook is Tennina Lindsay. Tennina Radish at yahoo.com. My phone number is 240-261-3388. Call me anytime. And I also have that because I'm a very good mentor.
Yeah.
I am.
Beautiful.
That's what I do. I minister to young girls and young women. And I find it's so funny that you said this, because I met this young guy just last night, right? Supposed to have been on a date.
Yeah.
Come to find out the baby, he was only, and I ain't gonna call him a baby because he's a grown man, but he was 26 6 years old. And when I realized and I got out here with them, it was a blessing because I realized it wasn't a date. It was me to be where I was supposed to be, what I needed to be for him. And I mentored, and the day was so peaceful and pleasant for him. And I knew I was where I was supposed to be when I was supposed to be.
Nice. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Wow. Man, yeah. So, Tennina, you have Tennina here. That's is just a wonderful mentor all around. You know, we've only known each other for about, this has been going for 20 minutes, so about 30 minutes altogether maybe. And yeah, she's already, you know, shared so much wonderful wisdom with me and has given me so many great things to reflect upon. So I'm glad that, you know, like God guided me to bring my camera, or yeah, my phone with the mic and all that out here. Hopefully the sound quality was okay. I know that we had, you know, some guests, special guests, and as well as Tennina as well. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for tuning in. And thank you so much again, Tennina, for sharing everything.
Let me just say this real quick. I've been thinking about coming out here all day long. And this is how I know that the spirit is real. Because I've been sitting on my balcony and I was like, I'm going out. But instead of going out, I went to sleep. And then I went and got in the shower and I decided, I'm going to come out and love. Moments, time, nothing happened without mistake. I knew that I'm supposed to be here when I'm supposed to be here. And I thank you so much, Zach. And I hope that this will help any and everybody as you pursue your career. And I hope I see this someday.
Yeah, totally. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube.
And I'm always on YouTube.
Zach Raskin.
Zach Raskin.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay, I look forward to seeing it.
Beautiful. All right, aloha, everyone.
All right. Good night, y'all.